Hi, Ken Rowling here, and this is a short recording for your tip of the week. I wanted to speak very briefly about why an internet curriculum paradigm. Why is this valuable to you, and why did we choose to go with it for the Schola Rosa program? And the reasons come down to maybe about three. The first is the cost, right? Anytime there's printing involved, and not just printing on your end, but if we were to create books, hard copies of everything, we would have to have set limits, right, and provide a lot of money up front in order to get these printed, and then we'd have to have a place to store all of it, and then we'd have to deal with shipping, and every one of those different aspects contributes to a higher cost, such that if we were to provide all of the same materials that way, the cost would be much higher than it is. The second reason that we chose to do it this way is because it allowed us, or allows us, to constantly be producing new editions. So year to year, we add things, we improve things, we enlarge things, without, again, having to go through that very spendy process of creating a new book edition and going through a printer and a publisher to get everything done and then shipping new books. Not only would that be very expensive, but we couldn't do it every year. We'd have to use up our surplus stock before creating a new edition that could include anything new. And so it would raise costs and make it less speedy in the way it improves over time. The third reason has to do with sort of the flexibility on the purchaser end of things. What we thought would work out well by providing materials this way is that it, again, at that very low cost, allows us to provide not just printed materials, but this really broad array of educational stuff that's fully integrated. So you've got, not only is the entire curriculum integrated across ages and across subjects, but it integrates all sorts of different media, right? Because we're crafting all of these different things, and we don't have to go through publishers to get our CD published, and then a book publisher to get that done. And we're able to make all of it and bring it together in this integrated way and deliver it, so that you have a product on your end that has these integration features, and that you get the flexibility to pick and choose which ones you want to use without having to go through the process of printing or of buying a CD or of doing all of these different separate purchases. So it's just all there and all integrated and all accessible by means of this one login. This does mean, of course, that you have to make your way through the labyrinthine ways of the website, and it means that there are a lot of challenges to just monitoring and keeping up all of the links and all of these different parts. But we see that as a trade-off that we're willing to make. So that's, in a fairly elaborate nutshell, why we went with the paradigm that we did. It gives us the flexibility and the low cost to be able to put our time into the creation of the material itself, to really focusing upon the educational needs we have, and to do the things we want to do without being hampered by the time considerations, the cost considerations, and all of these other aspects that would come with a traditional publishing approach. And of course, then, like I mentioned, there is a trade-off, but we think it's worth it, and that the value we can pack into the product we're creating is really, really high because of the paradigm that we're using.